Hello and welcome to Yharnam, the place name that I learned 30 minutes ago. Thanks to Miss Lordump over here, who's going to be guiding you through what the actual story of Bloodborne is. Kaethil. Bloodborne PSX is a demake of Bloodborne, which basically means they made Bloodborne at home because, you know, who doesn't like a good PlayStation-themed game?
Also, the only Bloodborne ever available on PC so far.
Yep. So wait, time starts once I have selected my character. We're going to be the military vet because they give us a nice item. So time begins once I confirm that I want to start with this character, and we're immediately going to get into some shenanigans. So time begins in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, basically, because this game is based on the PlayStation, things don't save properly. So I'm going to overlay a couple of menus so I can equip some items while I'm doing like getting up slowly in the background. And we're going to roll over here and immediately start some shenanigans because this is a dev door. Like this was left in like intentionally from the devs, and to do it, we need to interact with this door 100 times. So I'm just going to keep mashing and mashing and mashing. So hey, Kaethil, what is Yharnam?
Yharnam is the city in which this whole adventure takes place. It is based on a Gothic Victorian aesthetic, I guess. It is completely fictional. And the basic premises of the game is that in the dungeons of the Tumerians below the city, they found some old blood, which is blood from the Great Ones. It's this whole, what do you call it, Lovecraftian story, I guess. And they can heal people with that. But it also has some iffy side effects, like turning into a beast if you use it too much. So that's the whole premise of the city and story in a nutshell.
Nice. Yeah, so basically what we're doing to start with, we're doing some items by going around the dev room. So here, you need to be careful because this is poison. So I'm going to jump at the end there to jump into the slow trigger because that just about gives us enough time where we don't get poisoned. Because if we get poisoned, we take damage, which means we can't get on the ladder. And then eventually we will die and need to redo that entire thing again, which is not fun, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, they was just doing a little bit of collection before we then run. This is all bosses in the Bloodborne PSX. There are 3 bosses. We have the Cleric Beast. We have the Doctor, whose name I'm terrible at forgetting, who's in the graveyard.
Father Gascoigne.
Father Gascoigne. There we go. And then we have one more, which is in a Bloodborne PSX original boss, but who is a character, thanks to Kaethil telling me yesterday, going, oh, this person does exist in-game.
Yeah.
You just don't fight them.
I mean, you do.
Well, yeah, you do fight
but not
them.
as a boss. Eventually. So, like, the end boss is Gilbert, right?
Yep.
And Gilbert is a character you'll come across fairly shortly. You'll talk to him in a second. And in the original game, like, as the story progresses, Gilbert gets more and more sick to eventually, after beating Rom, he just transforms into a beast. So you arrive at the lantern there thinking you're all fine and dandy and safe, and Gilbert's there in his beast form.
Yep, so basically, we went around there because this gives us a dev key. And because dev keys are a dev key, they open every single door we need. So we no longer need to worry about like actually getting keys, which is very useful because it makes this game very, very fast. Thank you, dev, for leaving a dev door and making it so I just have to mash, because mashing is fun.
So far, this area is completely identical to the original Bloodborne area. I mean, obviously, lower graphic fidelity, but otherwise, they've built it up in perfect image.
So yeah, basically, what we're going to do now is we're going to come up here and get a lantern because it takes us right out here. And also, you might see me sort of like running against walls. And that's because when you're running in this game, that you drain stamina. But if you angle it correctly, you can be running against a wall and also regaining stamina at the same time. So that's very useful for just not having to slow down, so you can just keep on running. So we're going to come over here. We're going to activate the one lantern that we actually are going to need, because that door right there, I do not want to go to Hunter's Dream. The door, like the side of here, takes us to the final area with the final boss. However, we have some more bosses to defeat, and for safety, I'm going to equip some stuff now because I have found that having all this here gives me more health, which means in areas where there's a lot of enemies that are really annoying to dodge, I am not going to die and have to run all the way through again, because it had the most annoying section at the very end. I'm going to sort of roll onto this roof here, making sure I land in the correct place high enough on that roof that I don't take any fall damage, because when you do take fall damage, you stagger and slow down, and this is a speedrun. Slowing down is not an option. So yeah, currently now is just making a beeline for the cleric beast. As you can see there, I'm regaining my stamina by running against the wall. This is a big thing. Luckily for routing, this is just knowing where to go. Being able to just hold sprint, run against walls, knowing where's the best place to regain your stamina. You're going to hear a lot of dogs chasing after me, which is very much in the horror aspect for me, because I am afraid of dogs. I love having phobias. It is very nice. And here we have what I call the most boring room, because you just turn around and there's literally nothing here. So Kaethil, whereabouts in the story would we be right now?
Very, very early on. Like the demake only has a copy of the first level, but there is a bunch more. So I'm not sure as to the exact amount of bosses that are in the game, especially if you include the DLC. But there is a bunch more areas. Yeah, but I don't know, like 10% in, maybe? At most.
Okay, knock knock. Hello! Okay, now I'm gonna run through. Is this room where I equipped the HUD for the extra health and defense? Because the enemies in here, like, I don't know why. This room is like a pain for me to dodge. And then I get caught like that. Just dodge through, dodge through. Luckily, I picked up some blood vials, which will give me some health. I'm gonna...
Off to the cleric beast.
Yeah, I'm gonna run past them. I'm gonna stop to regain some stamina. And then I'm gonna continue, run around here. And then I'm going to quickly equip the blood vials right now here. Give myself some extra health, because I'm going to want to need this health. Go bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. And then I'm going to set up a quick manipulation, because there is a way to get a quick kill of this boss. I'm going to see it jump over. I'm going to run away. It'll freeze, because it'll be like, oh, it's not activated properly yet. So I'm going to go back. And when it starts moving again, I'm going to run back again. Because it's going to scream. I'm going to want to run back all the way. And then I'm going to want to hug this corner. I'm going to make sure I can know where it is. It should come over. There we go. And then it should scream again, and it should leap at me. I said you should leap at me. Oh, come on. I did not have this issue. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to fight the boss normally.
Backup strats.
Backup strats, just to play the game. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting that what I wanted. So yeah, basically it's possible to set it up so the boss will leap at you from a certain angle that it will just fall off the world. Oh God, I hate fighting these bosses because they are very jank. Because, you know, PSX style.
I like how they renditioned the soundtrack PSX style as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No, the actual game details are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, so all practice runs I've seen you do, this trick worked out every single time.
Yeah, of course when you actually go to do it. Nice, get him staggered down, because then... There we go. I'm going to wait for the lantern to appear here, because it's possible to just run away now. Apparently it wants me to get a crit there, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to wait for this lantern to spawn, because we're coming up to a very annoying trick that I am going to want to make sure I can come back to it if anything bad happens. I'm going to get my health back, because there's another section where I want to have as much health as possible for when I get through. Because it's really, really annoying to do. So easy to take a bunch of damage. And we don't want that. We want to just get through nice and smooth, because we're on to the second boss. So that was the first boss. That was the cleric beast. And then like, so coming up to the good old father in the graveyard, who has a very not so fun story, thanks to what Kaethil told me. I want to grab a hold of this, because we're going to use this. And I'm going to pray I can manipulate him correctly to follow me here. Okay, that seems good. That looked good. That looked good. Just hold back now. Oh, I hate that. Basically, we use the crit there. I've got more blood vials, so I've got some extra health if anything goes on. Luckily, there's a second guy here. God, I so thought that was going to work. When I said this is like an annoying clip, and why I made sure I had the lantern to come back to is, I can just come back out. That hurt. I'm going to sort of get him a bit more central, because that usually helps a little bit, I found. So I'm gonna like manipulate him to move over here a little bit. There we go. Nope. Jeez, I hate manipulating this enemy. Or, like both of these enemies in general are both like really annoying. Nope, I am too stuck in this corner right now. Am I just stuck for good in this corner? Can I get out? Okay, come on, turn around, let me out. Oh God. Yeah, I'm just dead stuck. I might have to just go for the yeah, I'm just gonna have to try that.
Oh.
Let's see. Will it push me out this side?
Oh.
Of course.
Well.
I don't know why I did that. Okay, luckily, we have this, which means I'll just go back. I can just go back to the bridge. Like that. This is why I waited. Also, I get to also say that's never happened to me before. Woo! Let's go. Of course, of course.
Yeah, I feel from what I've seen that like that clip is one of the trickiest things in this run.
Yeah, it's just so very, very awkward to do. Oh God! Of course that would happen. I was getting I was doing it quite well last night as well, and I was all of a sudden going, no, you don't get to do that now. Because I thought I had it because you saw how far backwards I went through. I'm gonna wait for this troll to be there because it knows I'm there. Because basically, because there's two here, we only want to get the attention of the first one. Otherwise, you're having to deal with two enemies attacking you. Okay, hopefully this means we get a good... I am doing a very poor job of dodging right now. Nerves. How I... Come on, just come away a little bit. There we go. Let me get behind you, like that. Hold into the door. Oh, no, you pushed me away. Nah, I'm not getting the right attacks for it because you want it to be like close to you, and then at the same time do an attack where he just grabs up, and he's not giving me the attack. Because they say because I want to get this clip to show it off. I do want to be able to actually show you all bosses. Luckily, at this point we could just go to the final boss, but that would be a little bit dull. Oh come on!
That looks good.
That looks so good. Come on. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. First try. Thank you, audience, for noticing it was first try. Yes, now we're going to dodge some boulders that are also on fire. I'm going to come across here.
But they purposefully made this area more difficult than the original, because in the original there's only one boulder.
Oh, just about made it through. That's good, which also means I have a blood vial. And I'm going to take that before the boss, because I do not want to take any risks. I still got 6 shots, so I should have enough to stagger. Yeah, we're just going to skip the story.
Please sell over the shop.
If I can not get a staggered lock, please, that'd be great.
So the whole story of this guy is that he is a hunter of the church, which means that he hunts beasts, but due to his plentiful use of the blood, he has become infected with...
Nice, I got a crit, which means now I can just run over here and wail on him. And he will not... Usually, there is a transformation sequence in this, but because we get the quick hit, it takes his health down by so much that he just can't. So we just wail on him, and there's no transformation. And then that's basically all the bosses of the game, like we say, is there. We're going to go to a Central Yarnum again, which is the one we activated on purpose. I'm going to make sure I've got the dev key equipped. I'm going to walk through this door we walked past before, because this is the way to the final boss. Woohoo! So yeah, the final boss is by far the most difficult, just because of how erratic it is. So we're just going to, so basically now it's just, we make a beeline for the boss, we ignore all the enemies we can, and we just run, we go through doors. Luckily, we have iframes for opening doors, which you will see when we come outside by going through this door here. And this is entirely original to the PSX.
Yes. This house you cannot enter in the base game or the original.
Yeah, and this is why I'm glad, because we're going to open this door, and this guy is going to really try wailing on us. But you know, everyone is invincible when opening doors. We know that. That's a fact. And now we're coming up to it. this boss is basically, this boss can be really easy if you can get the counter hits. They're very difficult to do, or back hits. They're very difficult to do because of just how fast the boss is. Their attacks are very fast. Their movements are very fast and erratic, and it can be very difficult. Luckily, you can get one if you time it right pretty easily at the start. However, that requires you to be cool and based, which, as someone that has not actually played the original Bloodborne, I think I fall as a little bit of a cheat. There we go, dodge that one.
It's nice how they put him on a bad for sick people.
Yep.
It's like a subtle hint to his storyline in the original game.
Okay, so I'm going to get behind him because I want to basically do that. He's going to shriek. I want to wait for him. Oh, see, I nearly had him. Yeah, so basically, I want to hit him from behind because that'll give us the quick hit, sort of like extra critical hits, which are very powerful. As in, I'll try and get like you'll see you saw like how much damage I was doing to him on the table with like just single hits. Nah, just missed. Yeah, that's like a normal heavy attack will do. Ah, you moved too far that way. Come on. I hate trying to get the heavy hits on this guy. Oh. Yeah, luckily I have plenty of health, plenty of defense thanks to the thing I got. Oh, come on, you turn too much. Come on. Okay, he's spam. I couldn't get to him. Oh. Come on. Stand still for a second, will ya? All I want to do is completely show them how much damage you take when you get a heavy hit. Oh, come on. That was so close. Oh, come on. I just want to get one heavy hit. Come on. There we go. No, it cancelled it. No, okay. Another thing that can happen, even if you get the heavy hit, if you get unlucky with the angle, he will just not let you have not have the heavy hit. And like you there, so the models and the animations get messed up. And so even though you get the actual critical, you still don't get to hit him. Nope. Okay, if it goes flat, I really should use the blunderbuss. Span again. That's annoying. Sometimes he spins, sometimes he doesn't, which means sometimes you can get the heavy attack off on him. Yeah, I think at this point I should just go for some like regular hits. Because you can see he's almost dead. Come on. Come on, come on.
Nice.
There we go. That's basically what I want to do the entire time. And you can see how that just takes everything down. And time is basically once the screen fades to black, which will happen once I interact with this lantern. And that will start the final cutscene. And time! Woo! Bloodborne PSX! Oh, that was fun. I got a heavy hit off on all the bosses I need to. Unfortunately, the cleric beast did not play ball. It did not jump off the bridge. I thought cleric beast liked bungee jumping.
Not today, apparently.
Yeah, nice and underestimate. We had a generous estimate because, like we said, we have a very annoying clip to do. But luckily, I got that after the second time going there. The boulders were nice. I think that was some of my best boulders, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, if you want to speedrun this game, it's pretty easy to pick up. Any % is just, instead of doing the bosses, you just beeline to the final boss. But then yeah, it's fun to learn the clip, learn to go to the cleric beast, deal with the enemies. Good time. So yeah. I am me. You are you.
I am me.
Bloodborne PSX, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Christian, and we are going to set up for Stray by Mies LWD.